food when he needs it, and that's fine. You're allowed to do that without being shamed by anyone. But he's also trying to teach himself how to program and how to code. And it's like, okay, well, as soon as you try to parlay that into a job and you go to a job interview, you're auditioning. You're competing with other people who also want that job. Now that you've got that job, you're competing to keep it. You're doing sport now. You're doing sport IT. And so if you didn't learn from the lessons, the teaching moments, the learning moments in your life up to the point that you are right now in your life, it doesn't matter whether you're 13 or whether you're 335. If you didn't learn from everything that's come before the moment right here with me, that's on you. And here's your chance to change. Here's your moment. This could be your inciting moment. You don't even know it. It's like that book that A.J. Brown is reading, and everybody's making a big deal about how A.J. Brown is reading this self-help book on the sidelines, and it increased in sales by like 8 million%. People want self-help. They want to know, but they go to these rich people that have virtue. But where do they go? They don't go to their private podcast. They don't go to where they are at. They go to their book. Why? Because their book is frozen in time. But also why? Because the book is magic. All of those things in the book are spells. And so when I talk about books and I talk about my writing and I talk about all this, I'm talking about magic. But you see it as withholding. You really do. I know even some of you are like, well, I'm just waiting on him to finish a book. I'm waiting on him to finish reading a book. And it's like, I keep telling you. I'm not going to finish any of these projects. I'm just not. I'm too influenced by too many successful people. I've learned lessons, too many lessons. For instance, let me give you the same example I always give, but I never finish the story because I know that you're just not going to care. It's not going to be meaningful to you because you don't know to search for meaning. You don't know that that's why the meaning of life is to search for the meaning. Your meaning was yours. You were born for a reason. You chose to stay alive this whole time for a reason. You chose to develop all the skills that you have developed for a reason. Are you using them? Why are you not using them? It's like millennials bitching about how they're not working in the field that they were educated in, that the school didn't also give them a job. And it's like, the school doesn't have to give you a job. Even if the school promised you a job, you're an idiot for believing them. Like, if you believe that your credit card company wasn't ultimately going to rip you off, you're an idiot for believing them. They're a for-profit organization. And so anyway, Neebs. It's a Neebs gaming story, and it's a thick 44 story of how I honor my heroes, and he is one of my fallen heroes. When Neebs and Duralius did their Fallout 4 or Fallout 5, I think it might have been 6. I don't know them. I haven't played the Fallout series. I've played one of the games. I didn't really like it. I think it was 3. Anyway, the one in the United States. When they played that, they wanted to do they were doing a documentary style Let's Play because it's a very narrative oriented game. And so they were going to be railroaded through elements of the game that they had no choice but to watch. And so what they wanted to do was they wanted to kind of take the piss out of doing that, being forced to sit and watch this game. And people didn't get it. They just didn't get it. And so Thick made them stop. He made them stop shooting it after 4 or 5, maybe even fewer episodes than that, because they weren't getting views. It wasn't generating revenue. And if it's not generating revenue, then it's a waste of time, because time is money. And so every minute you invest in a project that's not giving you money back is time sunk. It's money sunk. It's just a pit that you're throwing your life in. And what are you getting out of that pit? Nothing at all. And so like Oak Island, like, how have we not learned the lesson from Oak Island that you don't just dig a vertical shaft to nowhere? It just doesn't get you anything. So if I'm reading these books and I'm not generating any interest, I'm not even generating one consistent viewer, I'm not going to finish. There's no point. It's just sunk time. It's wasted time.